Life is tough. Many people say it, and a lot of people don't mean it. The person who break a nail, the person who have a pimple in her head and her face, the person who really walks and find that he lost his job, life is tough. But what about people who lost their son, their daughter, their wife, her husband, her dad? Life is truly tough. I'm very honored today to have a person anyone would say her life is tough. A person who lost her legs. And she is brave enough to come out because she wants to help so many people. Through the coming episodes, you will learn more about her life, maybe more than she likes to give, but she is willing because she knows how many people like her wish to be like her. The joy, the resilience, and the power you are going to get from Sarah are more than you can expect or even imagine. Sarah, I'm very happy and honored to welcome you on the Beatuy from Ashes.
Thank you so much, Farheen.
I'm really happy that you agreed to record with CYC and very humbled that you agreed to record with me.
It's a blessing to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Sarah, I know we called it the Beatuy from Ashes. I want to speak about life before the accident. Tell me who you are, your name, where do you live? Let's talk about your life. And please feel free to be as normal, as natural as you are.
So yes, my name is Sarah Nada, and I grew up in West Palm Beach with my parents and my 3 sisters. I graduated high school from there, and I went to St. Mary's Church.
So you were born in Florida?
No, I was born in Egypt.
Okay, and what age were you? Were you at?
8 years old.
We came at
were
the
in
age.
New York first.
I see.
And North Carolina, and
then
a couple other states.
West Palm Beach after that. So you finished high school in West Palm Beach?
Yes.
Okay. And then tell me after that.
And after high school, I knew what I wanted to do was pharmacy, so I went in that field. My dad is pharmacist, so I always used to see him like back in Egypt when he used to help people. He had a pharmacy in a small village, and he used to help people like recommend stuff. So it was an inspiration for me that I wanted to always do something helpful. So I went to pharmacy school, and I got married in first year of graduate school.
Where did you go to pharmacy school?
Palm Beach, Atlantic.
Okay.
It's also in West Palm Beach.
Okay.
And I met my husband, Halim, and we got married the first year of pharmacy school.
So how
19.
old were you?
19.
You were 19 years old?
Yes.
Wow.
And it was tough because we were in different places in our life. He was done, so he had time, and he wanted to go and do this, and I had to study a lot of the times. But he was very supportive, and we managed to finish the graduate school. And in the last year, in my rotation year, I had my firstborn son, Gabriel.
Wow.
And I had him in all my rotations in the hospitals and the pharmacies and all that. So that was a little bit of a challenge as well. But God willing, with God's help, I was able to finish pharmacy school. And after that, I worked in retail stores and as a retail pharmacist. I had a few different things that I tried. I tried long-term care. And I didn't have dealing with customers at that point. And I like dealing with customers. I like talking a lot and connecting with my patients. So I went back to retail.
I see.
And it was, when we both were working, it seemed like life was very busy.
So that's before you had your first child?
I had.
So both of you were working after Gabriel was born?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So that made it like challenging. I always felt like we were working too much, but of course there was student loans and
Too
things
many
that had to
needs,
be done.
yes.
But I always, even people that knew me before the accident, they used to always tell me that I used my biggest topic that I talked about. I feel like life is not just about working and making money. I feel like we're not spending time enough with our kids. And I repeated that so many times.
Sure.
So it was something definitely that was on my heart a lot.
How old were you when you have your second child?
4 years after that.
Okay. So you were 25, 24. And
My daughter.
your daughter, her name?
Juliana. Yes.
Okay. And I know you were working in retail pharmacy. How was your relationship with your husband?
It was good. We were kind of on roller coasters, both of us. Like he worked a lot, and I worked, and barely had to manage everything at home with the house chores and practice. And I also served in church with the middle school girls at that time, and I was very passionate. I felt so connected with them, and I always felt like I'm going to break that cultural gap between, because I grew up here.
Yes.
And a lot of the youth, they end up kind of not understanding so much the parents' perspective and their perspective. So I used to like basketball a lot. So I started basketball coaching in church.
Nice.
And they were so happy, and it was so excited about it.
To have a Sunday school teacher, actually.
That is it.
Yeah.
So in that time, I felt so passionate to send the good news to these youth and inspire them in this cool way. I just never thought it would be this cool. So, but God had other plans, and actually, his plans, it made more of an effect than the cool basketball.
I'm sure we'll have a lot of time to talk about God's plans. Yeah. Speaking about God's plans, actually, and I know I never prepared you for a question like that, but as a Sunday school teacher, when you used to speak about any suffering in the Bible or any suffering, Joseph went unfairly to the prison, or somebody like Saint Mary losing her son on the cross, or were you ever in your wildest dreams thinking anything could happen to you or to your family?
I don't think it's something that passes your mind when you hear stories that are tough and trials and hardships. I always felt sympathy toward them, and I always wondered how do they get the strength to be able to endure what they're going through. And but you don't think that it's gonna be close, it's gonna hit close to home like this.
Yeah.
It's just something that you might hear a story, you might see a YouTube video about something that happened dramatic, you might hear of something that happened to somebody here or there, but it wasn't something that I thought would ever happen, or I never thought about it. If it happened to me, how would I do?
Right.
It was just always I felt so sympathetic that how do they get the strength to carry on?
Yeah, so you're always wondering how these people are so courageous to go through this.
Yeah.
But you never thought it can hit home.
No, it's not something.
Yeah. But should you meet any of them and you are going home with your husband, did you ever think or talk about, I feel bad for them, I'm worried how their life will be after they lost a daughter or son?
Oh, yes. Yes, I always, I would always think and sometimes overthink, how would they be able to wake up in the morning and see every little thing that reminds them of that person that they lost. Or especially when the biggest thing for me that I've seen is when a mom loses a child. I feel that's big too.
Yeah.
And when it's a different kind of strength that's needed from God to be able to pass this this state. And I think it always leaves something, but you just kind of get stronger of how to deal with it.
Yeah. I know you you were the perfect mom and you are the perfect mom up till now. But tell me about your relationship with your two kids before the accident.
I'm nowhere near perfect, by the way, but I'm just average mom. That I was always trying to do my best, but always felt like I wasn't doing enough. That's how it was before the accident. I always had this feeling that, I wish I would have more days off and more time to do stuff with them, and just felt like I worked a lot. And at a certain point, I got an email from school that they were hiring a part-time 30-hour position, and that helped a little bit, being in like a part-time position. But the store picked up a lot when I started working there, and then I changed to a full-time again. So it wasn't a long time that I stayed in there. But my kids were like everything to me. They were my pride and joy, like they say. I remember like every milestone that they had with learning how to walk, with getting the right daycares, picking which school, going to a private school or a regular public school. All those decisions, you always pray that, am I making the right decision?
Yeah. Were you playing basketball with your kids?
Yeah.
Did you teach them?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a basketball in the house, and we had the park close to our house that we used to go. It was one of my hobbies. I was very big into sports, and I thought when I had a boy that he's gonna be into all the sports, but I put him in everything. But he likes soccer more.
I see. Not like his mom, basketball.
He plays basketball, but he enjoys soccer.
Okay. And your husband work as what?
He's also a pharmacist.
He's pharmacist. I see. Were you working in the same retail?
At one point we were, yes.
So would you drive together and come back together, or?
No,
different shifts.
Different shifts.
I see. I see.
Shifts.
But you were driving yourself everywhere?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Driving in Florida especially is a necessity.
And you were the one who was responsible to take care of your children after school programs, whatever?
Yes.
Or your husband?
Shopping for the groceries and all things. Alim is not so much into grocery shopping stores.
Yeah. But you will take your kids for their Christmas presents and things like that. You would do it yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
I enjoy shopping.
Perfect mom. Sarah, it's very nice to be talking about life before. And I know life looked perfect. Unfortunately, perfection doesn't occur on earth. And I think the coming episodes will be very tough, and we will have to talk about much more deeper stuff. And I would like to tell our audience that I'm not sure if everything we're going to discuss in the coming episodes are going to be easier on some of the children. So please use your discretion. I want to say though, for everyone who is afflicted, the verse from Isaiah says, those who are afflicted, he was also afflicted. And that's what we will see in the coming episodes. This is Beatuy from Ashes. Sarah is my honorable guest, and you have heard of her life before the tragedy. Please attend with us next episode when we go through how life can change in a day. Thank you.